Yes, welcome back everybody. My name's Austin. Happy to have you. I like that. Today we are talking about Bitcoin. So let's start by taking a look at the crypto market as a whole. And yes, as you can see, we have finally seen some movement in the last 24 hours. And yes, unfortunately, that movement was in the negative direction. But what did I mean by finally? Well, if we hop on over to the total market cap, we can see, for the last few days now, it seemed like the market was pretty stagnant, right? We've been hovering around the 220, 225 billion dollar mark. And at the time, at least to me, it had seemed like we were trending upwards, right? We were headed in the positive direction. Well, obviously, I was wrong because about $10 billion down. Right now, the market cap is at $214 billion. Bitcoin dominance right now is back up to 52.1% and climbing, it seems. And the entire market is in the red. Now, the mainstream media will have you believe that cryptocurrency is dying and Bitcoin is dead. Do you guys think that? Well, team, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. And just like always, I've pulled some of the top stories in cryptocurrency that are making headlines today. And you know what? If at the end of this video you still believe that Bitcoin is dying, then you know what? You haven't been paying attention. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on crypto every single day. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Yes, like we said, the market's down, and these corrections, guys, they happen. They're part of it, and they're part of being an investor. And Bitcoin is down almost 2% at the moment. Seems like we may be leveling off, but we might still be headed down. And these altcoins, they're down anywhere from, seems 4 to 8%. And I'm going to surprise some of you guys right now and some of the biggest losers of the day. And I don't want to say losers, but the ones that have lost the most market cap in the last 24 hours. 2 of them are in the top 10. XRP, one of the biggest losers of the day, which is surprising because just a few days ago they announced that they're finally launching XRapid. XRapid is going live, which is something that the crypto community had been waiting for a few months now. And they announced it was live. And I think at the time of the announcement, XRP was around 49 cents. Obviously, it shot way up. But it's just funny. Right now, we're back to 51 cents XRP. Almost like it didn't happen. And one of the other biggest losers of the day, again in the top 10, is Stellar. Stellar right now at 23 cents. Interesting. Well, guys, like I said, today we're talking about Bitcoin. And Bitcoin right now is at $6,468, down almost 2%. And check this out. This is Bitcoin over the last 4 weeks, and this is the dip, right? Just yesterday, right now we're at 6,400. Just yesterday we were at 6,500, and just a few days before that, 6,600. And check this out, guys, because we hit a monthly low about 3.5 weeks ago at 6,200. But, despite these pumps and dumps, like I said, we were trending upwards. And it seemed like we were doing that again, but, I guess not. And where is Bitcoin headed next? Well, team, the 2 support lines I'm looking at is obviously, I guess the next one is if we're heading in the bearish territory, it's 6,300, 6,200. And bullish territory, we would see a new all-time high, past 6,700. But let me put this hypothetical out to you guys. What if Bitcoin keeps dropping and it hits a low of $5,000? Yes, the market would freak out, but is Bitcoin dead? Well, guys, I've pulled a few articles, and we read these headlines all the time, but just in the last 24 hours, some bullish news, how investors, money, how should I say it? Institutional money is figuring out a way to get into Bitcoin. Guys, let's just get into it. First article. Coinbase is an $8 billion company, according to a reported new $500 million funding round. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. Investors, institutional money. And guys, the real institutional money isn't here yet, but the startings, the dribblings of institutional money, they're putting money into crypto. Coinbase, one of the most popular American exchange. Coinbase is reportedly closing a deal, so they're valued at $8 billion. And just last year, they were only valued at $1.6 billion, now $8 billion. Just last year, they had investors who were contributing, $100 million funding round last year, now $500 million. So despite this very, very, let's zoom out to Bitcoin over the last year. I mean, we all know what it is. Bullish year we've had. It went from $1 billion evaluation to $8 billion. Investors are figuring out a way in. And what else have we heard from Coinbase? Another green flag in the market, Charles Schwab, Exec, joins Coinbase board. Big day for Coinbase. Chris Dodds, who served on the board of directors of the Charles Schwab Corporation, huge in finance, has joined cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase's board of directors, according to an announcement published today. The Charles Schwab Corporation, do you guys know what that is a brokerage, banking, and financial advisory services firm based in San Francisco. So huge player in the finance game, a staple in finance, and now they have Chris Dodds on the Coinbase team. And per the firm's annual report, the company had $3.36 trillion in client assets, 10.8 million active brokerage accounts, and 1.2 million banking accounts as of December of last year. And let me ask you guys a question. With a staple in finance, with the firm Charles Schwab Corporation, handling $3.3 trillion in client assets, why would a exec member jump ship and come to Coinbase? Does he see the value in this emerging asset of cryptocurrency? Yes. And this article goes on to list other notable people that have left their banking jobs or whatever jobs and came into cryptocurrency. Former person at Amazon. I'll leave this link in the description below, but to me, this is a sign. They're getting ready. People would not be jumping ship like this into cryptocurrency if this was dying. And last big thing, just, we heard about this a couple days ago. Coinbase is saying that it's going to more quickly expand its digital asset list. A lot of people thought that meant XRP was finally going to get in. But in the latest announcement, Coinbase has informed of the launching of a new operational process that will allow faster listings of more digital assets as long as they're compliant with the local legal policies in their areas of origin. However, the company clarified that these new digital assets will be listed on a case-by-case basis, and that they will be available for trade only in select areas. So this, we found out a couple days ago, huge green flag coming out of Coinbase, and now they have 2 more. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, guys. To me, this is big news. Let's keep going. 2 more articles for you guys, maybe 3, and then I put a little poll on Twitter. I want to get your guys' opinion for our next video. But cool. Real quick piece of news, but mining giant Bitmain acquires Bitcoin Cash startup wallet. So crypto mining behemoth Bitmain announced Monday that it has acquired the startup behind an open source Bitcoin Cash wallet called Telescope. Any of you guys use Telescope? Well, Telescope, the browser-based wallet, was launched earlier this year in an effort to enable instant Bitcoin Cash transactions. At present, Telescope can operate on Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, according to a press release, though the team plans to expand to other platforms following the acquisition. Do any of you guys, do we have any big Bitcoin Cash believers in the audience? I'm not a fan of Bitcoin Cash, but Bitmain, which is a huge contender in the cryptocurrency world, obviously is, and we'll find out about that at the end of this article. But just a direct quote, Nishant Sharma, head of the International Press Relations and Communications at Bitmain, said in the release that Telescope brings a simple but key innovation to the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem. So yeah, that's a good question. Why did they want this wallet? Well, I guess it added a simple but key innovation of the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem. And this is a direct quote: browser-enabled cryptocurrency wallets are a promising technology. The Telescope development team is doing some very interesting work, and we look forward to working together with them on the Telescope project and future Bitcoin Cash projects. So team, essentially, Bitmain is betting on Bitcoin Cash, and if you're wondering why, well, they have huge invested interests. Bitmain holds nearly 6% of the total Bitcoin Cash in existence, so it's in their best interest to invest in Bitcoin Cash companies and wallets. So anyway, Bitcoin Cash, piece of news. Last two articles, team, then that Twitter poll, but new Cardano wallet, Yoroi, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but is released on the Mainnet. So simple piece of news, but we have another small but significant green flag out of Cardano. The team at Cardano, ADA, is stepping up its wallet game with the release of the new wallet. And Charles Hoskins announced today that Yoroi, the new wallet, has launched on the Mainnet. Big news. And Yoroi, what's the significance of this new wallet? Well, I should have looked this up before I did this video, but Yoroi is a Google Chrome browser extension. Do you guys use Google Chrome? Well, it's a lightweight wallet that takes up little bandwidth because it doesn't need to download a full copy of the blockchain onto users' computers. So it takes up little bandwidth, and private keys are encrypted and stored on the computers, not centralized servers, providing an extra level of security. Now, I know in our audience there's a lot of Cardano fans. I am very bullish on Cardano, so this is big news out of their camp. Last piece of news before I turn it over to you guys and talk about what we should do on our next video. But cool, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Bitcoin crypto is not dead. Trump appointee and CFTC chairman says crypto is here to stay. Looks like a nice guy. The chairman of the CFTC, Commodities Futures Trading Commission, J. Christopher Giancarlo, continues to be crypto-friendly on his latest comments that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. He would say, okay, I don't know if that's phrased correctly, but he was recently on a CNBC interview, so talk about mainstream media, and he said, and I quote, "I personally think that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. I think that there is a future for them. I'm not sure that they will ever rival the dollar or other hard currencies, but there's a whole section of the world that is really hungry for functioning cryptocurrencies that they can't find in their local currency. There's 140 countries in the world. Every one of them has a currency. Probably 2/3 are not worth the polymer or the paper that they're written on. And those parts of the world rely on hard currencies. Bitcoin, or another cryptocurrency, may solve some of those problems." Guys, huge green flag. Huge green flag. He went on to say that he thinks mainstream adoption, we're talking maybe 10 years down the road. And I just want to point out, this guy was nominated by Trump. He had worked for the CFTC under President Obama, continues with Trump, and he is part of at least our government, my government. Huge green flag. So when you guys see in the mainstream media or news articles all this FUD that they spread that Bitcoin is dying on the vine, I choose not to believe it, team. What do you guys choose? Team, thanks for tuning in today. And last piece of internal news, I guess. I'm going to do a video later this week saying some of my top altcoin picks into Q4. And I put out this tweet 3 hours ago saying, hey team, which altcoins do you believe will have the best Q4 performance and why? I'm going to make a top altcoin video this week, and I honestly would really like your opinion. Now let's see. We've had one guy respond so far. Let's check this out. So we've had a vote for XRP, and I like this, a reason why, and vechain, Cardano, Zilliqa. Vote from the Netherlands. I appreciate those guys. I'll respond to them soon, but I'm making a top altcoin video, and there's going to be 6 options, and whatever wins, and this is not really a poll, but in terms of comments, I'm going to mention in the video. So guys, let me know, make your voice heard. We're at altcoindailyio. link in the description below. And let me know what you guys think about Bitcoin. All right, guys, this has been Altcoin Daily. We'll see you tomorrow.